Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, guys. We're in the Los Angeles area, guys. We are headed to our pickup. So if you see the last video, so I dropped off my load in Oxnard, California. I was able to same day it, and I was able to get the okay to go pick up the next load, which is in Chino, California. Literally, it's a 90-mile travel. 90 miles. I was done with the other load by 2 o'clock. I mean, 90 miles in normal time equates to what? An hour and a half. Guys, we have been stuck in this traffic for the past almost 2 hours. We have went from traffic to traffic to traffic. So my main thing is, guys, how the heck do y'all travel through California? Like, is this an everyday thing? I've always heard, and I know I've been to California before, but like the northern part, not so much the southern part of Cali that I'm in. And Jesus Christ, the traffic is terrible. Man, look at this. Look, I got 46 miles left to go. In what world does 46 miles equate to 2 hours? It is what it is, guys. But either way, man, I'm not gonna be able to do the same day pickup today. So I will pick up tomorrow morning, which was originally as planned. I would have got the leg up and got it today and got down the road, but LA traffic said otherwise. It said, nope, keep your appointment for tomorrow, guy. So yeah, that's what we at, guys. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna find where we're gonna park. I think there's a pilot in that area. I'm gonna look it up now. We're gonna find where we're gonna park for the night, and we'll get to our pickup tomorrow morning. So I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Let's look for this parking whenever we get there, and we'll park for the night and call it a day. All right, guys, we are finally parked for the night. Oh my Lord, guys, it is 7 o'clock. Guys, look at the time. 7 o'clock in the evening. I left the receiver I was at previously. I left that receiver at 2 o'clock. I think it was like 2:05, maybe 2:15. Let's just say 2 o'clock I left that receiver. It was 90 miles. Guys, I thought I was gonna be able to get there and pick up the load. The load was scheduled for tomorrow morning, but I told the dude, I said, man, I'm unloaded now. Like, I'm only 90 miles away. It's 2 o'clock. You guys close at 5. I mean, I could get there by 3:30, anywhere between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. Guys, I am 5 minutes from the shipper. There's a pilot truck stop right around here. I just got here at 7 o'clock. It took me 5 hours. It took me 5 hours of Los Angeles, California traffic from Oxnard, California to Chino, California. It was only 90 miles. It took me 5 hours to get here. No construction, no accident, just straight rush hour traffic, just straight traffic. Nothing. I was like, oh man, where's the accident? I'm like, at least there has to be some type of accident, there has to be something, but nope, none of that. Just straight California traffic. Hey guys, and I'm from the Bronx originally. I live in North Carolina now, but I'm from the Bronx originally. I know about Cross Bronx, 95, George Washington. I know I come from that. I'm not scared or complain about traffic. But this California traffic was diabolical. This is traffic like I've never seen in my life before. We're talking about 90 miles. It took 5 hours with no type of incident, just regular everyday traffic. That is beyond ridiculous. But anyways, guys, I just, I'm walking around, doing a quick post trip, making sure everything's good on the trailer. the Pilot truck stop was 1 mile that way. I went to the Pilot. That Pilot was jam-packed. No parking at all. No type of parking. Everything taken, reserves, everything taken. And I was coming through there. I came through here, and I had to drive up the block for the Pilot. And as I'm driving, I see a bunch of trucks lined up on the side here. I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of guys lined up on the road. If you see all the trucks on that side, a bunch of them lined up. And I see why everybody lined up. The truck stop has no truck parking available. Everything is full. And I understand why, man. It's like there's like the only truck stop in this area. There's barely any parking in California. California reminds me a lot of New York City, of the Bronx. No truck stops. You gotta get in where you fit in. So as I was observing coming up, I saw a bunch of trucks parked. So I already knew, like, all right, more than likely that means there's no truck parking. Everything's full, and that's why everybody's lined up. So I already had my plan B. Like, all right, so I'm gonna go to the truck stop anyways. I'm gonna go over there, and I might get lucky with the parking. But if there's no parking there, then I already know where I'm gonna come. I'm gonna just line up with everybody else. There's a bunch of trucks lined up behind me, and right here, there's no trucks here. But if you go up a little bit more, there's a bunch of trucks lined up over there. So we all sitting together pretty much, and we're good to roll, guys. But Jesus Christ, that traffic! Woof. Man, I've always heard of California traffic being that bad, but I've been to California before, but I've only been to the northern part of California. It's like, man, this part of California is a hot mess, dude. Like, I wanted to start this video, you know, I always start my videos with being at the shipper, but you know, I was like, man, I gotta get some of this traffic in this video because this is out of control. Either way, guys, we're done for the night. Tomorrow morning, we are literally 5 minutes from the shipper. So tomorrow morning, we're gonna go to the shipper, go get loaded, and that load's gonna take us up to Denver. So I'll see you guys in the morning. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you as soon as the sunrise. Well, they open at 8. I'm 5 minutes away. I'm gonna get there like 7:30. So I get up like around 6:45, 7 o'clock. I'll get up and I'll be there a couple of minutes before they open. See if I can get loaded ASAP. But yeah, guys, have a great night. All right, guys, good morning, guys. We have made it to our shipper. We have made it to the shipper. So guys, interesting. So again, another scenario, you know, always park your truck. We're going over there, 15893. Always park your truck outside when you're unclear of what the space is looking like in there. Another really tight yard. So I parked here. I went inside, checked in with them, because most people would just pull in and figure out later, but they said no, because we're gonna get loaded right there. We're getting some of those pallets over there where that guy's at. So they want me to come in this way and then reverse back into it. So that's exactly how we're gonna do it. We're gonna just back into it and go from there, guys. So yeah, let's get to it, guys. Let's get this load, get loaded. We gotta tarp this. We gotta tarp this bad boy too. So we'll bring our tarps out today. Haven't tarped in a hot minute. Haven't tarped in a while. So let's see how good we are tarping. Probably need a little practice. Stay sharp. But yeah, guys, let me do this back in and we'll go from there. All right, guys, loaded time. Guys, this place was a hot mess to get into, man. Hot mess. It was a hot mess because that building there, and then that gate doesn't open up but that way, so it kept forcing me to the right, almost hitting the wall a few times. I got it in though, but it was a hot mess, man. But guys, so some of you guys were asking in the comment section about my spread axles. Guys, I just completely forgot to close them up. Coming into California, you gotta ride with your axles over, with your back axles. You can't have spread axles. California doesn't acknowledge that. They don't give you 20/40, 20/20, so 40K back here. California says nope. So we ended up closing them back out. We ended up closing everything back out, and now we're California legal, man. I was not supposed to do the last load that I did with a spread like that, and I went through several scale houses, but nobody said anything. So it is what it is. But we got it closed now, though. We got it closed. Got this extra space. So you see those two back holes there, the one that you see light through, 1 and 2. That's where you want to have the back axles too. That's when you have to spread out and stuff. Yep, we did it now, guys. We're good now, so let's get up out of here. Well, let's get loaded. Alright, perfect. Yeah, we're looking good on all sides. Looking good here, looking good there. Perfect. Alright guys, we are all loaded. We are all loaded. Now it's this guy's turn. Came in right before him. Yeah guys, so this is what our load looks like. Light load, or relatively light, 38,000 pounds. We're going to just put 2 straps on each. 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's 10 straps in total. And we have to tarp this bad boy. So like I said, we got to bring our tarps out. We're only going to need our 4-foot tarps. So that's great. It's not a tow load at all. So we get to just mess around with our 4-foot tarps and be all good, guys. So let's go from there. Let's start strapping these bad boys up, put our tarps, and head to Denver. This load is from the DAT. This is the DAT board load. This load did not come straight from CRST. So CRST freight was not looking too great for the part of California I was in. So rather than just take whatever they had, you know, I said, nah. That's the good thing about CRST, man. You could do all of their freight, but if for whatever reason you're in an area where they don't have freight, or the freight that they have you don't like, you're able to go on an external load board. You're able to go on DAT and just pick a better freight. Sometimes other companies have better freight than CRST. For the most part, CRST has really good freight mostly everywhere. But if they don't, or if the freight that they have, either you don't like the rate or it's not going the direction you want it to go, then you're more than welcome to go on the load board and just pick your own freight. Go to, as long as it's an approved broker. CRST has a list of approved brokers that you could book external loads with. As long as they're on a list of an approved broker that we could do business with, we can set up the load, call a broker, negotiate the rate, send it to CRST, and CRST hands it over to us. We pick it up and it becomes a CRST load at that point. But either way, guys, let's get this loaded and get up out of here. All right, guys, so we are all finished up with our straps. This is what it looks like. So 2 straps per pallet. It's like that. Let me put my stuff back here. There, one there, put that away. All right, guys, so pretty much our job would have been done here, with the exception of that now we got a tarp. So let's go ahead and bring our tarps out. As you see, it's a short load, so that's good. Only 4-foot tarps need to be brought out. So let's go ahead and bring our 4 feet tarps, and let's see if I remember how to tarp, guys. Let's see. Alright guys, so we got our first tarp laid out.
you always want to start, obviously you want to start from the back. You gotta tarp the back so that then the front could overlap and sit on top of the back. Because if you do it the other way around, if you start from the front and then you make the back overlap the front, all of the wind is gonna catch it and lift it, and you're gonna be looking crazy going down the highway. Crazy. So don't forget, always do the back first, and then you lay out the front. I just laid both of them out, but I like to lay the back first and then tie down all four corners. I want to show you guys tie down all four corners and then do the and then finish off with the front. I like to do that because I've been in a lot of places. Obviously right now it's not windy or anything, but I've been to a lot of places where you're tarping while there's a lot of wind, and when that happens, then you know the last thing you want is to put that bad boy up there and then the wind carries it and it goes to the floor. Because if it goes to the floor, you're done. You gotta roll it back up, bungee it back up, and then bring it back up and do it all over again. So we don't want that to happen. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open up our box of bungees, because I barely had any bungees left. So when I went to pick up the flatbed, I went and I got some bungees. This is all the bungees I had left over here. So let me just use these up first and then go from there. I only had these bungees left. Because remember guys, I don't really tarp at all since I'm always on my RGN. There's like 90% no tarping on RGN. It's all just chains and equipment. But for flatbed, you definitely need to tarp. You need to have all your tarping equipment ready to go, and go from there, guys. So let's see how good I am, man. I'm a little rusty. Haven't tarped at all in like a long time, at least over 8 months. I barely tarped with the step deck. I probably tarped a few loads on the step deck. Once I got on RGN, I didn't tarp at all with the RGN. I didn't tarp not one load all of the months on the RGN. And now on flatbed, you're gonna tarp on flatbed. So if you don't want to tarp, don't even come on this side. But let me tie up the four corners, then lay the top, and then go from there, guys. All right, guys, so we tied the first corner, tied that up. You see how nice and tight it keeps it? That's what you want. You want that nice tightness, so that when you go roll it up, it's easy to roll up. So I did the front, tied up the back to keep it nice and even, tied up the back, and then we went ahead and tied up the same concept on the back. Tied up the back here, tied up the back over there. You see how nice and even everything looks? Now once you finish folding everything is all done, then at that point you'll see why I did it that way. That's how I was taught when I first came into flatbed as a rookie. When I first got my CDL license, I got all my flatbed training. I got it over at Melton Truck Lines. That's where I started pretty much my flatbed career, in a sense. It was over at Melton Truck Lines. So Melton Truck Lines, to me, it was definitely a really good flatbed training, man. Their flatbed training was on point. You really had to test out of that. It's not like other companies where they just like give you the keys, let you watch a flatbed video, and then send you on your way, and you like lost and everything. I feel like they really prepared me to really know what I'm doing out here, and that's where I started, man. So shout out to Melton Truck Lines. They're real good. The only thing with Melton is, well, when I started, I'm sure they're still like that, I haven't checked them in a while, is that they're old company drivers, which is nothing wrong with that. But if you ever want to like own equipment, start up your own LLC, you wouldn't be able to do it over at Melton Truck Lines. From the last time, correct me if I'm wrong, last time I checked, Melton was old company drivers. But as far as coming into the game, getting trained, going OTR, really learning what it takes to do the job, because you have to learn how to do all of this first before you could think about, oh, I want to buy my own truck, I want to start my own business. Just be a company driver first, and get the experience of knowing the job. After you know the job, then you could think about financial, you could think about everything else like that. But yeah, guys, let's finish up with this tarp. I'm gonna go put the front now, and then we'll wrap everything up and put our bungees. All right, guys, so we are all done with our tarps, guys. So 4-foot tarps, as I mentioned, got the front covered, the back nice and straight, nice and tight. Front overlapping the back, all of my lines lined up as best as possible. It was all good from the front to here, all one solid square shape. And then here we had that pit, that downfall here to the lower freight. So we did the best we could have did with that. I'm missing one of my things here where I could have had this a little tighter, but it must have fell off or something. And yeah guys, and we got the back here. Back is all secured as well. I should have probably dragged it a little bit more in the back so you can see a little bit of product. I like to have everything where you can't see anything at all, but that's fine. That's not gonna get wet or anything. It's all covered in. It's just my own little aesthetics of it. But yeah guys, this is where we are right now. First tarp job complete. Haven't tarped and I would say close to a year. So it's like riding a bike, man. You just don't forget it. It's there. I mean, it's not the best tarp. I know there are people that tarp way better than me, and you know, I like to definitely do it as good as I can. I'm not as good. I've seen some people ride down the highway that tarp jobs are immaculate. It must have took them forever to do it. I mean, this thing took me like maybe 45 minutes to tarp, and that's after not doing it for a whole year. So you know, if you get, the more you keep doing it, the faster you get at it. And but yeah guys, but right now we're ready to roll out, man. We've been here long enough. Let's get up out of here. But listen, man, it's a pretty good tarp job though, man. For not have done it in such a long time. Pretty good tarp job. We have no rush right now. You know, it's about a 900-mile ride up to Denver. So we got, you know, all of today to ride. We'll get this tomorrow, but tomorrow's Saturday, so we'll have to park up, do our reset, and deliver first thing Monday morning. But yeah guys, I'm gonna show you guys the job. The lane is like 900 and something miles, but for me it ends up being like 1100 miles. We gotta add almost like another 200 miles just because what happens is that CRST has this rule implemented where we cannot ride we can't be on 70 west of Denver. So west of Denver we cannot be on 70. So rather than take 70 direct, I have to keep going up through 80, come back down 25, which it is what it is. I mean, I understand. I've ridden 70 a lot before, and I understand why they don't want us going through 70. If you land on 70 west of Denver, you start getting alarms and alerts, and you get safety calling you, hey, you're not supposed to be there, you're not supposed to be west of 70. And you know, for us lease purchase guys, man, lease purchase owner operator, they could you do it enough times, you don't listen to them, they end up voiding your contract. Like you end up like terminating, you end up having a terminated contract, and you have to end up going to another company. As much of a pain in the butt that is, because I could have went direct. I'm not scared of 70. I'm not scared of the curves. I know how to handle it. I've gone through there a million times, but with previous companies, but they have their rules, and you got to follow their rules, man. It's like, if you don't like the rules, then just go to another company. And I don't want to go to another company. I like where I'm at, so I'm gonna just take the extra detour, add a couple more miles. I mean, there's no rush. If I had to get it there like next day, then I would be like, okay, listen, I got to take 70, but I got the whole weekend to do it, all of today, all of tomorrow. So it's just, you know, a little bit more on the gas, on the fuel, but other than that, you know, it's fine. They pay good enough to do it. So hey guys, let's get up out of here. Let's start making our way over to Denver. Let me check my GPS now, check my map, see what route we're taking. Getting us out of California. I'm not looking forward to this traffic, man. California traffic has got me. Man, I am scared of California traffic. I've never been so scared in my life, man, because like I told you guys, man, I could deal Northeast, I could deal with the Bronx, I could deal with the Cross Bronx, I could deal with George Washington, but Los Angeles and California in general, man, like they set a whole new record for freaking traffic. It's disgusting. But yeah guys, I'll see you guys in a bit. Let's get up out of here. Alright guys, so we just finished doing our pre-trip inspection. Tested all my lights, hit all my tires, checked on the load, make sure everything is really good. you guys got that button in your truck where you could, it's light test button. That's what it does. It flickers all your lights. Truck and trailer, everything is good. Jesus Christ, it is cold, guys. Man, it is really cold right now. It is it's like 30 degrees. It's not, I mean, obviously in all reality it's not too crazy. You can handle 30 degrees. It's not like it's like 10 or negative, but yeah, guys, it's really cold. That's the thing about trucking, man. Like yesterday, if you guys saw, I woke up in California. Yesterday I woke up to freaking 60-degree weather in the morning. I woke up to 60-degree weather. And now today, I wake up in Utah. I drive all day. Yesterday I wake up in Utah and I'm freaking waking up to 30-degree weather, freezing, really cold. I'm gonna check the route. I'm gonna check the weather. I mean, along the route along 80. I'm gonna just check the temperatures because I gotta go fuel in a little while. So if the temperatures, if I see that it stays like really cold, 30, if it gets into the 20s or below anywhere I'm traveling through, when I fuel up, I'm gonna add that fuel additive. I'm gonna add the anti-gel to the fuel, so that way if I'm going through anywhere where it's really cold, my fuel doesn't gel up, doesn't freeze up and stops the truck, because that is a real thing. Like I told you guys in the previous video, that did happen to me in the past. I went into, I was going through either Wyoming or Oregon, one of those, and it was really cold, man. It was like negative 20 degrees. Rookie year, I told you guys the story already, but rookie year, and I had no clue about fuel gelling up. Nobody told me about it. I had to figure out on my own, and my fuel gelled up. I was going through that joint, really cold. Fuel just froze up, gelled up, clogged the filters, clogged everything, and I had to get towed. That's when I found out about it. We still got a few minutes before my clock reset. I already did my pre-trip, everything's all sorted out. So I'm gonna take a few minutes, a few moments. I'm gonna show you guys right now the route. So I'm gonna show you guys from where I started, and I'm gonna show you guys the different scenarios between taking I-70 straight to Denver, where CRC does not want me to go through. It's a quicker path, more dangerous path, a lot of curves, a lot of mountains, more chances of issues happening, but direct route. It cuts off 2 hours. Or taking I-80 up and then coming across I-80 and then coming down 25 into Denver. I'm gonna show you guys how both of them look on a map and show you guys the mileage and everything, so you guys can see firsthand why it's a little bit annoying, but why you would understand why a company would not want their drivers going through I-70. I thought it was only during the winter time, but it's actually all year round. They don't want us going on I-70 between Denver and Utah. But I'll show you guys here so you guys can visualize and see how it looks. This is the options here to get from where I was at, Los Angeles area, over to Denver, Colorado, right? So obviously, if we go through the middle here through 70, it would have been the direct route. So let me actually highlight it for you guys so you can see a little bit better. So if we would have came in through 70 through here, that would have been the direct route into Denver, and this would have been this route here where it says number 1. Under 1,000 miles, let's say 14 hours. Obviously it's a little bit more, but 14, let's just round it up to 14 hours to get there. That would have been the best route, but you see all of those curves, all of those sharp turns, all of that. That's why they don't want us going through there. And instead, what they want us to do, take these things off. What they prefer for us to do is come up through here. So instead of going into 70, we're gonna keep going up. We'll keep going up, and then we'll go on 80, and then we'll come back down 25. So that route ends up being even longer for us. So that route is route number 2 here. So it's approximately 200 miles extra. Approximately 200 miles extra, and it just adds more time. It adds more time to the commute. It adds more miles to the commute. You know, when we calculate the load was advertised at 900 and something miles. So once we take the load and accept the load with the rate that it is, then we actually come up with a number. How much are we getting paid? What's the rate per mile, cents per mile, all of that with the road that we picked. But then once your company turns around and it says, no, well, forget that, you got to add another 200 miles to that because we don't want you going through that route, then it's a little bit frustrating. But it is what it is. It's their company policies, and we got to abide by them, so that we could keep the contracts going. It's not a big deal, but I just want you guys to actually see it for yourselves, the differences, and I want you guys to get used to looking at maps and checking out routes. I'm good at doing these routes, and I'm good with maps because of all of the oversizes that I've done. A lot of the oversize, you have to be really in tune with the permits and looking at your routes and, oh, do I go down this route? Do I go down that route? Your regular trucker GPS tells you, okay, this is the best way to get there, but in your permit is going to tell you, no, you can't go through there because we got this construction there, or we got this low bridge there, or your load is too heavy to go across that bridge there. And it gives you alternate routes. It gives you a specific route to go through. So these are some of the things you want to take into account. When you're picking up a load, always check your route, see what, put in the address where you're going, and then see the different options. What's the best option to get to that location? What time of the year is it? Is it really cold? Is it snowing over there? Is it raining? Is it flooded? Different variables for you to be able to pick which route you want. I personally would have picked 70 going across because I've been through 70 a bunch of times. I know how to drive it. But, it is what it is. We'll go up 80, come back down 25. We got the whole day to roll. At this point, we're going to just get to the actual... We're going to get to the site. We're just going to park up because we're not going to deliver this till Monday. So we're going to just park up and then go from there, guys. So yeah, just so you guys get a visual of the differences in the route. Good morning, YouTube. Guys, good morning. Waking up Monday morning here in Denver, just doing our wrapping up our pre-trip inspection. And yeah, guys, we ended up doing our 34-hour reset right over here. We're about 30 minutes out from our receiver, and just finished waking up. I went to the side. We stood over here at the Love. I went inside, brushed my teeth, did my usual. Now we're just walking around, make sure our load is good for the next we're about like 35 miles away from the receiver. So he's gonna make sure our load is good. We want to make sure all of our lights are functional. All of our tires are good. Make sure you I specify on every trip, make sure you do your pre-trip inspections. This tarp is frozen. This is how cold it is out here. It's gonna be a lot of fun wrapping this up later. But yeah, guys, looks like everything is all set. All right, guys, so we just got to our delivery site. It is over there. So I'm not gonna pull in here. I'm sure I'll have to just pull in, but I don't know where they want me to go in there. I've never been here before. It's supposed to be inline, so it's that building over there. So let's go check in, guys. Remember, always do that, man. If you don't know what the situation is looking like, just park outside for a second, take that stroll, just take that walk, and see where it's at, because I don't know where they want me to go. I don't know anything, so I don't want to just put myself in a predicament where then I'm kind of a little bit stuck. It says inline over there. Let's just go check in. let's check in here. Let me see if maybe somebody's here or something. So guys, let me do this quick check-in, and I'll see you guys in a few moments. See what we're gonna do here. So that's how they ended up wanting me to come in. So it made me come around, turn it here, and face out this way. Their facility is actually this one over here. So they just said give them some space, don't block the entrance, park right here on tarp, on strap, do my thing, and they'll be out. So let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. So you guys know I haven't actually tarped in a while. So this is the first tarp in like a long time. So now I gotta untarp it. Let's get all of our bungees out, get everything set up, and let's see how we wrap these back up. All right, guys. So let's get this done. It'll be a few minutes to get all of this set up, and then we get up out of here. So I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, got all of our bungees off, got everything unflapped here. So now we gotta do is just pull this off, and we are home free. Well, then we gotta close it up and do all of that fun stuff. Yep, I knew it was gonna get stuck up there. All right, let's climb up over here. Let's see how we get it unstuck on this side. Stop. Yep, right on that wood over there. Let's take a little bit easy with this one over here, because it does have some sharp edges, so I don't want to cut into the tarp. Just pull it out from up here. Perfect. Should be good from there. All right, let's pull the rest of it out. Excellent. So now we're going to just open this up. These are our little 4-foot tarps. So these things barely weigh anything. They're nice and easy. Any loads requiring 4-foot tarp is a go. The 8-foot tarps or lumber tarps are a lot heavier. Straighten this bad boy out. After we straighten it out, then we wrap it up, and we go from there, guys. Got both of our tarps off, rolled back up. We'll put them where they belong in a little bit. Now let's just take off these straps and go from there. It's a nice little workout in the morning. That's the thing about flatbedding. You don't get your workout in, trust me. We gotta scoop this out so we can throw that box out. That's where all my bungees came in. Get that joint out. All right, let's get all of these straps off, wound it back up, and then we just wait for them to unload us. And just like that, we are all set, guys. All my straps are taken off, wound back up. About to get unloaded. Started on the first pallet now. Sorry. Oh man, is that going one at a time? Jeez, it's gonna take a while. I was gonna just line them up, okay. All right, guys, so let's wait now. We just wait to get unloaded, wait for him to do his thing. Let's go back inside the truck. Let's go look at our next pickup. Our next pickup, like I said, is only like 10 or 15 miles from here, so that's excellent whenever you could. Just try to minimize your debt as much as possible. Let's go plug in our directions and GPS, get everything coordinated, and I'll go from there, guys. So let's wait till this guy's unload us. And then there was one. Last one, guys, last one.
Where you going next?
Right here in Denver. Picking up in Denver and going over to Wyoming. All right, that's it, guys. That's the last one. Gotta be well signed. All good. All of our straps wound back up. Tarps all set in place as always. I do a nice little walk around. Make sure I didn't leave anything behind. Make sure that everything is in place where it's supposed to be. Everything looks good on this side. Got all of my tarps lined up. All right, guys, so yeah, so it seems like we're good to go. Another load successfully delivered, another flatbed load successfully in the books. Got all of our tarps set up correctly. Chains are good, everything is tight. So yeah, guys, we're all done for the day. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. If you're watching the channel, just give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. You know, I try to make as many videos as possible, pretty much every load. Try to just show you guys what I do on a day-to-day basis, how to properly strap, chain, just bunch of different loads, and showing you guys how I do them. So yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and let's go on to the next load. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.